Set up an organisation called the United Patients Alliance. We did some great work for a number of years. We took delegations of patients to Parliament to talk about cannabis and how it helps us. We put on events to educate people around the country, and we sort of put ourselves forward to be on national television and the radio whenever we could to promote the issue. And I feel like we did some really important work. And last summer we had some fantastic campaigns. The young boy called Billy Caldwell and another called Alfie Dingley and their mothers, who all deserve your respect for putting themselves out there in the media and talking about their child's epilepsy and how they only respond to cannabis and cannabis oils. And through the high media pressure of those campaigns, we had a rescheduling in November the 1st, which means that we can have access to cannabis on prescription. At the moment that's only in private prescriptions. I'm going to go into that a little bit in just a minute, but it also means we can start doing clinical trials, and it's the first law change, it's the first small step towards cannabis being widely available for patients, and then I'm sure in the long term available for all, which of course is the goal, very long term for everyone.
That's the goal, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
We want to be able to use cannabis freely, we want to be able to grow cannabis freely, we want to be able to be free to consume it and possess it in public. And we want to have a cannabis industry as well, so that people like you can come and get jobs working in the cannabis industry, working in an industry that you're passionate about. And I'm also here today because I'm very lucky and I get to say that I'm one of those few people who already works in the cannabis industry. And I stopped doing advocacy about 6 months ago. I set up my own consultancy for a bit, just talking about cannabis to people. I went around the world talking to politicians about how they can talk about cannabis.
Man like Specs, I see you, brother. Oh yeah. Vibes. I'm bringing energy.
It's all good, man.
We're gonna bring energy. We'll take it to the highest frequency, yeah? So, I wanna know what's next. What do you believe is gonna be happening next?
So, I mean, just to finish my point, was I now work for a company called Grow Biotech, and we, in February, actually we orchestrated the first bulk import of cannabis legally into the UK since Prohibition began. So that's happened, and we have patients in the UK right now with legal cannabis in their hands for 420 for the first time ever.
What's up?
Ever. And it's only a small start. I can tell you the number of prescriptions at the moment, at least going through my organisation, is less than 60. It's in the 50s, but 55, 54. In February we had 4 prescriptions. And the cost is coming down. It's quite expensive, private prescriptions. It was like £600, £700 initially. It's gone down by a third in 2 months. It will keep going down. And we're talking to the regulators, we're talking to the medical institutions about making sure that the NHS knows it's cost effective so people can get access to the NHS as well, which currently isn't happening. And that's a really important part of this too. So the next step really is to start living like it's legal.
That's what's up!
It's to start being open and honest about your cannabis use.
That's what's up!
It's talking to your family about your cannabis use and your friends.
That's what's up!
Talk to your colleagues about cannabis. You don't have to admit to using it. You can be like, this is interesting, look at this in the paper.
Talk to them.
Start the conversation. Make sure that people know that this is a real thing, this is a wonderful thing. It's fucking amazing medicine for multiple sclerosis, for rheumatoid arthritis, for Crohn's disease.
Let them know.
All sorts of horrible illnesses, people who need help. We're talking cancer, fibromyalgia, some of the most horrific diseases in the world, and this helps people live their lives. And that's incredibly important. It's also massively important that we can be free to consume what we want to consume so that we feel good and we have a good lives as well.
Preacher!
Hold on, wait, question, because I'm sure there's a lot of people...
You can only be prescribed genetics as well, so at the moment it is very restrictive.
Where do you go? Who's a specialist?
So we can ask your GP, if you have a condition where you think cannabis can help you, can go to your GP, you can ask to talk to a specialist, and that specialist can prescribe you cannabis.
That's what's up!
Right.
They won't know how, and they won't know what it's about, and you can send them to an organisation called Grow Biotech, and we can inform them about how cannabis works as a medicine and how they can prescribe that.
That's what's up.
So there you go.
Give a round of applause for Alex right on one time.
Guys, feel free.
A fantastic 420!
Guys, feel free to speak to him if you want to know more information on a personal level.
Come and find me.
Yeah?
I'll be around this area all day.
Alright.
Smoking some spliffs.
Babe. Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
There's a round of applause, people there. What are you saying? Yeah?
Yeah, right now they don't want us to win, man. We're shutting down. They're trying to limit the music, unfortunately. You know, right now, I don't know. This is. I've had some incredible experiences at 420. Let me know. Is this your first 420? Make some noise right now.
Oh, that was a little.
It's a little.
I see people looking like what? First time?
Who's part of La Familia? Then they come here every 420, London Hyde Park, to make sure that they're living their best life, taking it to the highest frequency, listening to music, listening to special guests. London town, finally we got some sunshine. What the fuck, London? Are we living our best lives or what? So last year, oh my goodness, we had a lituation. We had a gazebo set up right there, a little small gazebo. And when it got to 420, when I mean it was the highest frequency, it was like, whoa, there's a massive cloud of smoke in the air, big smoke, London town. It was a vibe, it was about community, it's about unity. South London, West London, East London, North London, all coming up together. People from all around the UK, people from all around Europe coming through to celebrate 420. And it's an absolute pleasure that we can step up the levels this year. Can you see this? Can you give the guys a round of applause, please?
Right, you know what we're gonna do? Because obviously, the people that are trying to shut down the movement,
right,
but the people represent the movement. So we're gonna get Stu, one of the organisers of this whole thing, to explain what's going on and why I ain't hearing tunes playing. Stu, come on, man, give a round of applause for the guy that put it together, man. Thank you very much, everybody. Hello, London Hyde Park, how are you? Today is 2019. This event has been going on at Hyde Park since 1968. That's how long this event has been going on. And in the last 15 years, especially the last 10 years, this event has grown in size from a few hundred people to the several thousand people to the 20 to 25,000 expected people that are going to be here today. And that's all thanks to all of you guys. So give yourselves a big round of applause.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's important to remember why we are here. And the reason that we're here is because even though this has been going since 1968, cannabis is still illegal. Every single person in this park at the moment is subject to arrest. 5 years in prison. In 2019, that is a ridiculousness. It is absolutely incomprehensible that when you've got countries around the world where you can legally walk into a shop, into a chemist, buy, purchase completely untainted cannabis at a reasonable price, that in the UK it is still illegal. You know, we had a big result, for those of you that aren't aware, about 6-7 months ago in the UK. We had a big shift, Alex was talking about a minute ago, and medical cannabis, technically, is legal in the UK, which is a great step forward. You know, it's something that campaigners have been fighting for the last 10 years. And we thought it would mean that the most sick and vulnerable within our community would finally have access to a safe therapeutic substance. But unfortunately, in practice, what it's actually meant is that the cost and the bureaucracy means that no one is able to access this medical cannabis. It's medical cannabis just in name, where private prescriptions and spiralling costs often make it unaffordable for everyday people. And recreational use, for which many people are here for today, is still illegal. You know, there are discussions going on at Parliament, and there are discussions about how that legal model is going to look in the UK. You know, we're going to see real movement over the next 2.5 years in what that's going to look like. But at the moment, the direction the current administration is taking is towards a mail order only system of cannabis, similar to the Canadian system, where you go on a website, you point to the weed you want, and then it gets delivered through the post.
I like the sound of that.
It's good,
like
but
the
then
sound of that.
you've got no choice of supply. Also, you then have to wait the 5 days it takes to get your weed.
Yeah, we're gonna set up a thing called Uber Leafs. You lot think about that. Uber Leafs. Fuck Uber Eats. Forget Uber driving. We want Uber Leafs. What flavours?
So the key point to remember for everyone here today is that cannabis legalisation should be our aim. This is a nationwide protest, and for the first time ever, we've got events happening all the way from Scotland to Wales to Cornwall, Durham. Everywhere where there is a large city has a 420 event happening today. This is obviously going to be the largest, and a lot of hard work goes into putting on events like this. There's a lot of staff that work behind the background, and the work for the next one starts tomorrow. But we'd just like to say we thank every one of you for coming out here today and supporting in protest and defiance of silly laws that criminalise people for behaviour that no sensible adult should be criminalised for. So Hyde Park, I'll come back on a little bit later, probably when Greg arrives. But until then, if you want to help and do something, go online, look at the United Kingdom Cannabis Social Clubs, www.ukcsc.co.uk. Find out where your local club is in your area.
Yeah, listen,
Join
that's
it.
really important. Say that again, let them know the address. Listen, people, you don't like to smoke weed, yeah, but if you're not putting your name down on paper, petitions, all that shit, none of that's gonna happen. So what's the website called?
You want to go to www.ukcsc.co.uk.
You hear that, people, then? All my weed smokers that really care, bruv, you lot need to be downloading that, going on the website, checking all the information and signing your name up.
Yo, give it a round of applause for Stu Harper. Big boss in this.
What are we gonna fuck them, yeah? Are we gonna fuck the police? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? Yo! Is that what we're saying?
I think I need everybody to
Yes. Yes, man. Yes, man. What are you saying, family? Good, yeah? Big up.
I didn't tell him I'm like that.
No, I'm joking. People, everyone hold hands, come by our moment, yeah?
Nice.
We smoking moment. If you got a spliff, cheers it with the person to the left of you, cheers it to the person on the right of you. Show the love, show them what we're really about.
What did you lot get? I told you, man. Edward's dead, bro.
You just see it came back to life.